Hello, my loves. It is time to pick what we are reading for the month of September. My reading has been absolutely all over the place recently. I think I'm currently in the middle of 6 or 7 books at the same time, so obviously I'm having a hard time choosing what I'm gonna read. So let's use the jar, let's get some challenges and some prompts, and we'll pick some things off of our shelves to read. I would like to take as much from the physical shelf as possible, but we will also lean on the library if we need to. Okay, first up is something with a great first sentence. What a fun prompt. You know what would be good for this is the video I did where I read the first sentences of everything on my TBR. Do I remember what any of the sentences were? Absolutely not. Do I remember what any of those books are on my shelves? Also no. You know what? I am in a romance mood. Let's see if this has a good first sentence. When Layla walked into the Spice Mill restaurant after yet another disastrous relationship, she expected hugs and kisses, maybe a murmur of sympathy, or even a cheerful welcome home. It's not doing it for me. Maybe the elegance of the hedgehog? Marx has completely changed the way I view the world, declared the Payeris boy this morning, although ordinarily he says nary a word to me. Better than the first one. Lena sent this to me, I think in December, so we are overdue a read on this one. Let's see if our first sentence is good. The Korowai Pass had been closed since the end of the summer when a spate of shallow earthquakes triggered a landslide that buried a stretch of the highway in rubble, killing 5 and sending a long-haul transport truck over a precipice where it skimmed a power line, plowed a channel down the mountainside, and then exploded on a viaduct below. I think we found our first sentence. I'm immediately intrigued and I want to know more about this. This is, as far as I recall, a group of guerrilla gardeners. There's this piece of land that got like cut off because of this landslide and they've been eyeing it. Then there's this like eccentric billionaire who I think buys the land and they kind of have a pact and they're gonna farm it. He wants it for like a weird doomsday thing. And it gets thrillery, I think. Book 1 that we are reading in September. I'm so excited about that one. That was a good choice. I feel good about this. Okay, next up we have, ooh, something speculative. Okay. You know what I need from you guys? I need speculative book recommendations in the comments because all the speculative things that come on my shelf very quickly leave my shelves and I don't really have a lot to pick from, so I need your help for this one. But what I will put on the TBR is The City We Make. I have been craving some N.K. Jemisin in my life and I have both of the books in this duology on my shelf, so I think it's time to pick this up. And this is a nice floppy paperback, very meaty. 400 pages, so yikes about that. In this series, every city has a soul, and apparently New York has 6, and all 6 are called to arms in, quote, the greatest battle the city has ever fought. I know nothing more than that, except that I love N.K. Jemisin. I read the entirety of the 5th season trilogy and loved it. This is what we're picking for book 2. Next up is this one. Okay, it's a new to me author, which is tricky. Oh, you know what I have been wanting to do? I asked you guys on Instagram what romance books you like to recommend to me, so let's see if we can pull one of those. Okay, you know what I'm gonna read? This is very much out of my comfort zone. We're gonna read Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. I don't know, I think we need something silly. If we hate it, we can always DNF it. I don't know anything about it. Let's find out together. Oh no, I'm so worried about it. A life in slavery taught Tisana how to survive with nothing but a sharp eye, a quick mind, and a touch of magic. But the night she tried to buy her freedom, she nearly paid with her life. Instead, she murdered the most powerful man in Thrall. I don't know what this is gonna be about. I don't know if I'm gonna hate it. We're gonna find out together this month. Book number 3. Number 4. Okay, I wish I could have used this for the last one because I need something recommended by a friend, booktuber, or subscriber. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna look at that list of things that you recommended me again and pick something else. Ooh, you know what I do really wanna read is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. And the wait at my library is like 400 days long. And a bunch of you guys recommended it. I think this is my excuse to go buy a copy of the book. So thank you for that excuse. Okay. Onwards. This one's very long. Oh, it's 2. This one looks like I may have not used it before, so I would like to select this one. Oh, well, I'm immediately regretting that decision. I need to read something that is over 500 pages. Lovely. Great. Perfect. You know what I do want to read is the second Dune book. I just finished Dune this month, finally, and I did immediately purchase the second one. which I believe has over 500 pages. It better have over 500 pages. Nope, it's only 336 pages. That cannot be possible because that book is so long. Oh, okay, never mind. The audiobook is only 9 hours long. Maybe it is that long. The first one was incredibly long though. Yeah, the first one's 21 hours long and the second one's only 9 hours. Okay, we still need something over 500 pages then. I've just looked through my shelves and I don't really have anything for this prompt, to be completely honest with you. So you let me know in the comments your recommendations for books over 500 pages that I should read in this month, and I will do my very, very, very best to select one and read it in this month. I'm not making any promises because that's a lot of pages, but you tell me what I should read in the comments. What's fast-paced, what's fun and exciting. I just read Dune last month. I don't want to read another long book. Help me out, please. Okay. This one is to read an award winner. You know what I just found? This is over 500 pages and it won the Nobel Prize for Literature. We could read The Golden Notebook this month. Is that something that we want to do? I don't think so. This is a big book. Let's read the back together. Anne is a writer, author of one very successful novel, who now keeps 4 notebooks. In one with a black cover, she reviews the African experience of her earlier years. In a red one, she records her political life, her disillusionment with communism. In a yellow one, she writes a novel in which the heroine relives part of her own experience. And in a blue one, she keeps a personal diary. Finally, in love with an American author and threatened with insanity, Anna tries to bring the threads of all 4 books together in a golden notebook. Okay, that does actually sound incredible, and this was on a list of books that I should read from my professor from my freshman year of college. So if you guys will allow me, I'm gonna put this on a list and I'm gonna use it to cover both of those prompts to make up for the fact that we have some very big books on our list for this month. Okay, the jar is not being nice to us. The tables have very much turned and the jar is being very rude. We have a lot of big books on our list. Okay, well this prompt tells me that I can double up, so maybe the jar heard what I was saying. Well, that's good because I already decided to do that. Lovely. Let's keep going. Next, I'm supposed to read the sequel to something. So we have a couple choices. We could read Dune Messiah, read the second Dune book. I could commit to finishing this whole series in this month, but that feels like a lot. That feels like a lot to do in 1 month. I think I'm gonna put the second Dune book on the list because I have the audiobook for it and I feel like I've got a lot of physical things to read. It might be nice to have an audiobook to get to, so that is my plan for this one. Okay, we have 2 more to pick. I don't know why I decided to pick 10 things because I think last month I read 7 books. So this is ambitious. Okay, a 1-word title. Options. We have Pod, which is about dolphins, and it's supposed to be similar to the Overstory, which I did DNF. So, an option. We have Miniatures, which was from that same list that my professor gave me. Fern Jacobi is traveling in Ireland when she meets 2 famous and scandal-ridden American expatriates. The renowned author Owen Leib and his beautiful second wife Bridget have just returned to Galway after years of self-imposed exile. The couple befriends Fern, who accepts a job cleaning their long-abandoned home. But even after 2 decades, mystery shrouds the fate of Owen's first wife, Franny, who died in the same remote country house where the 3 now reside. I'm not super intrigued with this one. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so I did DNF Migrations halfway through because the content was a bit much for me. I think I want to read this in the wintertime when it's cold, because it is about an Arctic expedition, so I think we'll save this one. This one is also about a frozen lake, so we should probably save Housebreaking, which leaves us with Blindness. A city is hit by an epidemic of white blindness which spares no one. Authorities confine the blind to an empty mental hospital, but there the criminal element holds everyone captive, stealing food rations and assaulting women. There's one eyewitness to this nightmare who guides 7 strangers, among them a boy with no mother, a girl with dark glasses, a dog of tears, through the barren streets, and the procession becomes as uncanny as the surroundings are harrowing. A magnificent parable of loss and disorientation, and a wild evocation of the horrors of the 20th century. I'm gonna be super honest with you, this sounds too big for my brain right now. I have it. We're reading this graphic novel. Born a second-class citizen, Aiza has always dreamt of becoming a knight. It's the highest military honor in the once great Bayat Saji Empire, and as a member of the recently colonized Ornu people, it's her only way to full citizenship. Now ravaged by famine and mounting tensions between the different provinces, Bayat Saji finds itself on the brink of war once again, and Aiza can finally enlist in the competitive squire training program. Not as lighthearted as most graphic novels that I read, but the art style in here is beautiful, and I am very interested to see how this goes. This will give us a nice complement to our really long books that we're trying to pick up this month. Okay, one final book here. Please be something short. Please be nice to me, jar. You've been very rude to me most of this time, and I would really appreciate some grace. Okay. This one. Something written by 2 authors. I just saw something on TikTok, on Instagram, where someone was recommending something that was written by 2 authors, and I was very excited about it. And I have absolutely no idea what it is. Let me go do some research and let me find out. I found something. I have no idea if this is the thing that I thought it was, but the cover, it seems similar. I think this is the thing I was thinking of. It's Something Wilder by Christina Lauren, which is the pen name of Christina Hobbs and Lauren Billing. So it's written by 2 authors. I'm planning a romance-themed vlog that hopefully will come out in September. So another romance to add to our stack that we have curated throughout this TBR. I'm excited about it because it seems like there will be treasure hunting and puzzles and codes, and that is so far up my alley. Actually, let me know in the comments. Do you guys have any like treasure hunting, piratey, national treasury book recommendations for me? Because I eat that stuff up and I would like more treasure hunting books. Please and thank you. Okay, that's our stack. We have 9 because we got a double up prompt. So these 4 gigantic books plus 5 more that I have via audiobook. Well, 4 more I have via audiobook, and the Abby Jimenez that I am allowing myself to purchase. Okay, sound off in the comments. Which of these things are you most excited for me to read? Which of these things do you think I'm gonna hate? Let me know if you've read them before. I am personally feeling very victimized by my TBR jar. It was definitely not very mindful, nor was it very demure of my jar to do that to me. So, a little bummed about that. But hopefully we will have a good reading month and we will get through all the things that I would like to get through. Okay, that's it. Short video for you guys today. I will see you on Friday for our regularly scheduled content. Thanks so much for hanging out. Bye.